Sue and Chris are two young entrepreneurs who are running a small business called Hemp and More. They have no other employees besides themselves, and their only facilities are their small apartment in Seattle.
We screen print hemp t-shirts, and I make hemp jewelry, and we make a lot of things that are from hemp cloth and upcycled stuff.
Yeah, we're about to start making hacky sacks out of hemp, so
Yeah.
we're really ready to get that going for the summer.
Why would these two young people start a business that sells products made out of hemp?
When I was a kid, my parents took me to this place that sold a whole bunch of like hemp things, everything you could imagine, really, wallets and jewelry and clothing. And I was like, hey, we should totally get one started here in Seattle.
It's very hard to find hemp around that's like actual hemp clothing or the material used in the product. And so it's like we thought with this company, we could bring something that's a market that's not already there in Seattle.
Not restricted to just selling in Seattle, Sue and Chris use their website to sell a great deal of merchandise to other places as well.
We have a website, and we send some things in the mail to people who order on our website. And we now just write that it's from hnm.net instead of Hemp and More, because when I was writing that it was from Hemp and More, the packages were taking an additional week or so to arrive to their location. And I had one person who said that her box was open when it arrived.
These two entrepreneurs use the Fremont Market to vend and promote Hemp and More.
You have to get a market membership if you're going to vend there more than like once or twice a year. We wake up on Sunday morning and we have to be at the front desk at 7 o'clock in the morning because we have to sign in. And basically, first, they let all of the members pick a table and sign in, and they get first choice, you know. So we, like I said, we come in at 7. We have to go away until 8:30 or 9, and then come back, and then that's when they go down the list according to what time you arrived, and first come, first serve for non-member spaces. Chris is really, really good with talking to people, like, and really good customer service and stuff, and he runs and gets the food too. The biggest difficulty with all of that is that we don't have a car. So if we want to bring our table, we will usually rent a car, or we have tried to take the bus before to different events, and we're going to stick with renting a car.
Sue and Chris have come across many challenges while trying to sell their merchandise.
A lot of people just don't feel like spending $22 on a hemp shirt because to them they're like, you know, there's a million other places that print t-shirts in Seattle, you know, and it can be on cotton. I don't really care. The thing is, though, that with the hemp t-shirts, they last like 7 times longer than cotton. So you are saving money in the long run, but not everybody is willing to necessarily like hear that.
Or spend the money right away. And definitely people's prejudices against hemp comes into it a lot. Like, everybody thinks hemp is just pot. Like, you can smoke the shirts. Like, everybody who wears it is a pothead, you know. And this is really the number one prejudice that we're really trying to undo about hemp. That its benefits aren't just that part of it is marijuana, but that it has such a varied use besides even what we're doing.
It's just so frustrating because when we're at the market, you know, the first time we went, this little old lady, like with her walker, came up to us and she looks at a t-shirt, takes one look, and she goes, "You don't have to be crazy to smoke that." When we did Pride Fest last year, you know, we have our banner, says Hemp and More, on our table, and people are walking by, and they're like giggling and pointing at the sign, and we're like, why is this so funny? You know, why is this so funny? Because we're like, this isn't a drug reference, you know? People will ask us, you know, where to find the brownies and shit like that, and we're like, you know, we don't know. We just sell eco-friendly products.
Even though they are hard at work at running this small business, products made out of hemp are not the only thing they want to promote.
I'm about to do it's called an executive lockup. It's this fundraiser for people with muscular dystrophy. And Sue and I are about to do the Susan G. Komen breast cancer.
The Race for the Cure.
Race for the Cure.
We have a lot of our friends that are gay. We're both bisexual. And so we try to maintain an active, kind of presence in the community in the sense that we like to patronize businesses that we know are GLBT owned or GLBT friendly. A lot of our stuff is GLBT specific because, right now our business is just in such its infancy. It's barely a year old, so we're still trying to make a profit.
Even in bad economic times, Sue and Chris hope that their business can flourish in the future.
My thought was that we do these events in Seattle, and there's always going to be these summertime events that we can vend at, that there's going to be a lot of people willing to buy at.
I really feel like we're at the tipping point here. I feel like a lot more people are willing to listen. They're wanting to find these solutions. People are especially worried about gasoline shortages.
And that's what's awesome about hemp is people want to make this change. So we're trying to provide people with what they're wanting, really, that people are wanting to see divergence from the cotton industry and oil and all this major stuff. We're just really trying to spread awareness about hemp and our clothing and go do the events, so it's the economy be damned.